A man fell 10 feet through a New York City sidewalk. Then things got worse. He can't move. Here we go. It's like art imitates life. So yeah, too much good news.
Too
So
much
if
good
the
news.
New York rats aren't enough, now we have the 19-foot python.
Highly trained professionals do not try this at home, even though the Post said it.
Yeah. And
Let's go hunt.
nonetheless, I would take Florida and the snakes for sure.
All right, let's make sure we have this laid out correctly. So we have our 18-foot python evidenced in Florida.
18.9, that's
Sorry,
practically 19 feet.
same.
That's practically 38 feet. That's practically 40 feet. That's practically Anaconda.
And then we're opposing that with Mulberry Street, which is rats and people becoming rattish.
Yeah. Several commuters reported that they taken to Beth Israel Hospital. Where did you come from? People get bit by rats every day in the city.
But tell us again your choice, Caroline. If you got to go, would you rather the 18.9-foot python that's somewhere creeping around your house in Florida, or the humans turned into rats in a tenement that's happening right down the street from me here in New York today?
Okay, I would rather for sure the python in Florida. I feel like
Absolutely.
if New York is 8 feet away from a rat in Florida, I'm far less 8 feet away from a gun.
More than 1.1 million background checks have been conducted since the start of 2020.
And
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
we could take out the python for sure.
I'm with you. Pythons, one python. Also, you got one. I don't care how big it is. All right. Well, I mean, that's a pretty simple choice. I mean, it's really, this is not a tough one, right? Can we talk about black people in both movies, or Asian people?
About black people. I feel like who was the guy that fell into the
Was he black?
I don't know.
Bronx, right? If you're gonna fall in a sinkhole and be there for 30 minutes with a broken arm, it's probably a sad statistic that you're brown. Anaconda has Ice Cube, J Lo, and John Voight's accent. What does Mulberry Street have any color going on in there?
It does. I mean, I feel like because I remember Mulberry Street scared me so much because one of the guys running around in the tenement looked just like my office mate from like 10 years ago. And I was like, oh my God, I know someone in that tenement.
And Ice Cube makes it all the way through Anaconda.
He does make it all the way through.
And so does J Lo, of course.
Yeah. Which is very refreshing because you have,
and John Voight died.
Yes.
All right. So I think we've done it, right? I mean,
I think
it's fairly straightforward. You just can't. You want the python. You want to take it out with weapons. Now let's just do a little hypothetical. Mulberry Street has no weapons because it catches you in your house. What if you're in the Florida Everglades without weapons? But you never would be because
it's Florida. I think there's more guns than head count in Florida.
Than people. Yeah, there's just no chance there wouldn't be.
Exactly. There would be like a weapon. I think you could like run into a preschool and be like, can someone help me? And be like, shh. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.